You want to create an online program that changes people's lives, but there's one thing. You're not sure if you're nailing it out of the park, or maybe you're not even sure how to get started. In today's video, I'm breaking down how private practitioners can create a great program that will help more people online. I'm sharing a couple of the biggest mistakes that I've seen in the last 5 years after helping over 1,000 registered dietitians with their online business. The first mistake would be lack of feedback. A lot of us practitioners focus so much on the details of the program design without first soliciting feedback from the customers who are actually using our online program. Now, of course, when you take feedback, you want to be aware of who that feedback is coming from, how active that person is in the program, and that's a whole other topic. But the concept of paying attention to feedback is really important. So a lot of us put the cart before the horse as practitioners, and we think about having this detailed, completed program, put a lot of time and energy into the program before we get feedback. And we actually want to do the opposite. So it's counterintuitive, and as perfectionists, us practitioners struggle with that. But if you can create what's called a minimum viable product, you can create something that people can give you feedback with that doesn't take you forever because you want to make sure you're adjusting the program to meet the demands of your clients. That's going to help you, use your energy better, and that's going to help your customers feel like they're a part of the creation process. The second mistake would be lack of curriculum design. Program design means you're creating that step-by-step education plan to support your customers. And it's important to make sure that what you've created makes sense to them and supports them with their goals and the outcome of your program, right? The overall learning outcome. So there's a few steps that you want to take, a few mistakes that you want to avoid. You do want to identify what content you're going to use, meaning what are you creating? You really want to consider the learners, meaning who are the attendees, the customers for your program, your intended audience. You want to create a learning experience for various learner types. Keep in mind, some people are audio learners, some people are visual, some people a combination. So you want to have your materials in different formats to support the different ways people learn, and make sure you have visuals and charts so it's not just super text heavy. You want to brainstorm learning outcome. This is really important, and this is a step a lot of practitioners forget. Each offer should have one learning outcome and one learning outcome only. So if you have multiple programs, let's say you have your first program intended to get one result. Once they complete it, you have your second program intended to get a second result. That's a really great way to design a curriculum. So if you have one curriculum that gets a ton of outcomes, that's not ideal. So you want to really think that one program solves one problem with one learning outcome. You want to gather materials and activities, meaning the tools that you're using to support your clients on their journey. That could be any types of exercises, maybe hunger fullness cue or worksheet, something simple but something relevant to what they need, if anything, at this point. Planning for assessment and reflection is important. Now, at the beginning, if you're new to this, a survey is going to be a really good way for you to get that feedback. And then when you get feedback from your customers, you can start building in assessments and getting more clear with the questions that you want to ask about their progress, such as, did they do the things you asked them to? Do they feel like they're getting the results, etc. Now, building assessments is definitely an iterative process. So I really suggest you first start with getting surveys out there and trying to get more of your customers to fill out the surveys. Revision is important. So that means that this is not a one and done process. Creating a great program as a practitioner is an ongoing process. So you're going to want to commit to the revision process. That means that you're creating a project or you have on your calendar, however often you're going to come back and revise and update your program based on the feedback that you're getting and based on the learning outcome that you've created for your customers. Collaborating is a good idea. Get some help. Like, for example, we here at Dietitian Boss have broken down step-by-step how you can create programs, what that looks like, why you would do it, and even what it looks like to walk people through the program, offering different styles of live teaching, even pre-recorded teaching. So if you do need help, I want you to click on the link below and join the library, because we have the support and resources for you to make that process quicker and help you start helping more people faster. Another mistake is that your portal is complicated. Whether you're using an EHR like Practice Better or Healthy, or you're using a third-party platform like Kajabi or Teachable or Thinkific, or you're using your own website like Squarespace or WordPress, if you have a portal where people log in and it's really confusing where your customers can access information that you've created for them, that's an opportunity for you to organize things better and get feedback about your process so people know where to identify the resources that you've created. You want to make sure that the information in your portal is accessible. Again, you have different learning styles that you're accommodating with your resources, and that you're taking feedback so that you're not just thinking what makes sense to you, but you're really looking through the lens of the customer. Oftentimes we overcomplicate things. We might structure our portal in a way that isn't conducive to their learning style and it's not intuitive. So you definitely want to make sure that you're available, or you have some type of customer support email available for your customers, but you also want to try to make your portal as intuitive as possible. The last mistake would be not enough attention to design and evaluation. The design is the structure and the flow of your overall content. So not just the portal, but how your customers are accessing the information, the curriculum inside your portal, and how you're taking them from step A to B to C. Evaluation is the most important step with critical thinking, and that is what helps you make improvements that are going to be relevant and prioritized to the needs of your customers. So that means you're evaluating surveys that your customers are filling out. You might be evaluating some metrics, such as how engaged are your customers when they access your portal, how engaged are your customers during live calls if you offer them, in your inbox, the number of complaints. So you can set certain metrics that can help indicate the level of engagement and performance from your customers. But this evaluation process cannot be skipped if you want to create an excellent program and you want to lay down the foundations to scale as a private practitioner. If you like this video and you want to learn more about why program design is so important for a private practitioner, and you want to lay down those foundations to scale your business so that you have more free time and you can help more people, I want you to watch this next video about scaling as a registered dietitian.